Alright guys, I'm going to get ready to do some pressure canning. I want to do the rest of my potatoes. I have some here, and I would just harvested some yesterday. I'm not going to do those yet, but I want to wipe the dirt off of them. I'm not going to wipe them with water or nothing. You're supposed to kind of not clean them, but they got a lot of dirt on them still. I want to knock up most of that off because I want to bring it inside. I left them outside last night. It's just too hot. They need to be in cooler weather. So I need to clean all the dirt before I bring it in. I could have bugs and all kind of stuff on it, so I want to clean them and get them in. And but I'll do that while these are the ones I'm doing here are being pressured. So a lot of these I'm gonna try to keep whole. The other ones I did, I cut them up, and we got those cut up. So these I wanted some whole ones. These are bigger potatoes. I left the bigger ones to put whole ones in there, and some medium size. Maybe I could put 3 or 4 in a jar. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So first of all, I got to clean these off really good and get all the dirt off. So that's what I'm gonna work on right now. I got some dishes I'm gonna clean up and put up. Some dishes, and then I'm gonna get to cleaning the potatoes. I have them in sacks right now. Some sacks I had purchased off Amazon, some potato sacks or whatever, onions, whatever you want to use in them. But the majority of the potatoes, a nice size. I got nice sized potatoes in here. These are going to go in the jar. So I'm going to need the wide mouth jars, of course. I'm going to get the hot water running here. We're going to get these dishes clean, get my sink where I can have things available. And I'll show you the pressure canner. I got this from Walmart too, you guys. Something I never done before. I have my other one for water canning, water bathing, whatever they call it, because I do that with stuff. But I like the idea of the pressure canning because actually it's making your stuff last a lot longer, and that's what I like. So the process, I don't know, it's about the same really. It might take a little longer, but it's going to last longer. Now with potatoes it's a whole longer process because you got to wash each potato and clean it really well, you know, because you don't want that in your in your jar 5 years, whatever. So anyway, let me get to cleaning these dishes. I'll get these babies clean, and we'll start putting them in jars and getting them ready for the pressure canner. And so let's get started, okay? You know, something that's really different for me this year, more than any other year, is the preserving of the food. I've never really done that. We pretty much ate what we had, what we grew, and then if there's anything left over, we did too much. I mean, I got kids, you know, grandkids and all. We would give some away, but there was never really a lot to give away anyway. We would just give them a little bit when we had it, but and then sometimes it would just go bad because we didn't give it away, but we were wanting to use it and didn't. And so it'd go bad. But one thing with all this, guys, is you got to start thinking about prepping your food, keeping food so you can have it available. Not only just prepping it, but it. Now I'm talking not to big time farmers. I'm talking to backyard farmers. I'm talking to urban farmers. I'm talking to city farmers like myself, who very limited on the amount that you can actually grow. But not only do you have to think about preserving, but you also have to think about rationing. You know what I mean? Because we definitely in the city cannot grow enough food you know, to have 3 main courses every day, or you know, or even to have giant meals every day. So you can't look at, well, I don't have that much to preserve, so maybe I don't need to preserve it. No. You need to save every little bit you can, because what you're going to need to learn to do, you're going to need to learn how to ration. And ration is also part of prepping. And maybe you never heard anybody say that. I've never. I'm just now thinking about it because of the situation I'm in. That, you know, sometimes it just don't seem like it's enough if it's really worth to sit there and can it. Well, if you lose it and it goes bad, you're going to wish you had that little bit to eat, maybe, you know? Hopefully that don't happen. Hopefully we don't get in those situations, but it's always possible. That's another thing about the whole situation what's going on in our country, is that you can't sit there and just say it's not going to happen. You're seeing that all kind of things happen. All kind of things have been happening really on a daily basis. The weather is changing. You know, whether it's just naturally happen or if somebody some kind of way is messing with the weather, regardless of how it's being done or what's going on, it's happening. And regardless of how it's happening, you and I need to learn how to deal with it, to live with it, to adjust to it, to change things that's got to be changed, so that it doesn't take you under, that you can still survive through some hard times. Y'all, look, I hate to say it, but because I was never one to look at things this way and to look at things in a negative way. But things are happening, things are changing, and it's going to get rough. Now, you might disagree with me, but I believe a lot of this has to happen. There's a new age coming in. I don't know, some of y'all want to say it's the age of the Antichrist and all that. I don't believe it's that. I believe it's a great awakening happening. And the way things have been going, the way things were going wasn't causing the awakening. Okay? And the things that are happening now isn't causing the awakening. There's just an awakening happening. And that is why everything's changing. And so we can get negative and we can think it's the devil. And whether it is or not, to me it don't matter. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is like what I'm going to do during these times. Because regardless of who's doing it, how it's being done, it's going to happen. And if it don't, praise God. I was totally wrong. I would love to be totally wrong. I really would. I hope I am. But the worst thing that could happen to you is what? You were ready. So what, you got some food stored up? If it doesn't happen, things get better before you use all your food, well, you got extra food, man. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Ain't much wrong with that, really. So anyway, I'm hoping that the worst don't happen, but I am preparing for the worst. And so I just want you to know that I am preparing for the worst. But I don't believe, but I mean I hope that the worst don't happen. So what you want to do is you want to clean them good. Now we're all going to boil these, and since they not to be cut up, see the last ones, because they were cut up, I just boiled them for 2 minutes. These you want to boil them a little longer, I think about 8 minutes. You can see the difference, what? The difference in the color once you clean them, see that? See? I probably could plant again and get another harvest of potatoes. But I think I got quite a bit, and what I'm doing is the areas where the potatoes came, right now I'm germinating some watermelon seeds, because a watermelon season I can grow watermelons for a while here because it's hot. And I'm going to try to get some watermelons. I grew watermelons one year, did pretty good, but I didn't have space. I ran out of space, and I had to get rid of the watermelons because I didn't have the room. All right, so I'll meet you back here after these potatoes are clean. You don't want to sit here and watch me clean, 20 pounds of potatoes or whatever, 30 pounds of potatoes, okay? All right, so we'll see you back here after the potatoes are clean, okay? All right. Okay, guys, I got the potatoes washed. And now, they're on the stove right here. I'm going to bring it to a boil. And I'm going to boil them for 8 minutes. Once that boil gets going, I'm gonna boil them for 8 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna get some other things ready. I'm gonna put, I gotta put 3 quarts of water. I'm trying to run the camera at the same time, you guys. Okay, I'm trying to. I'm gonna be putting 3 quarts of water in here. That's what's required in here. So they do have a mark in here. Here it is. Right there. Okay, got the potatoes in the pot boiling, getting ready to boil. They haven't really, they hadn't started boiling yet. Okay. Once they boil them, I'm going to boil them for 8 minutes. I got this pot filled up with 3 quarts of water. And this will fit 7 of the big, largemouth, 32-ounce jars in there. So now I'm gonna clean these jars up. Oh, I got another one. I gotta get the top off of. I gotta clean these jars up. They clean already. They brand new. I just opened up a new pack of jars, so they're clean, but they need to be warm. I gotta warm them up. I gotta fill them up with some hot water. Then put the potatoes in it. I'm gonna boil some good water that I have, and fill up the jars with it to put them in here. So the jars have to be nice and warm to get this going. So I'm gonna start, because this is gonna happen. This is starting to get ready to boil. I'm gonna start getting this ready right here to bring to a boil, and that's not going to take long to bring to a boil. Now, I'm not cutting up potatoes, so this ought to go quick to to get them in the jars. And they're going to be hot to fool with. I am going to cool them down a little bit. I'm going to run them under some water and cool them down. So I'll be able to pour them in a colander. They're not fully cooked. Now they're going to get fully cooked when you they're in the pressure canner. I'm going to do 10 minutes because they're not boiling full blast yet, so 2 minutes they should be. So I'll put 2 minutes. I mean 10 minutes, I'm sorry. 8 to 10 minutes boiling a whole potato. That's about where you want to go with it. The rest of it's going to get cooked inside. You're going to need more than that. When you go to take them out, they're going to be mushy. I don't want to mushy. When I want these, I want to be able to make some baked potatoes. We can take them and slice them open, load them up, stick them in the oven a little bit, just warm them up enough just to have a good baked potato, you know. So that's my thinking, you know. Every YouTube video I watch, they cut them up. So I hope I'm not making a major mistake here, because I got a lot of nice sized potatoes here. I hope I can get more than one. I should be able to get a couple of them in a can. So I took another sack out and I got them in the water here, and I was going to start kind of washing them off, but I was watching. I'm watching what I'm doing on the stove right now. I don't want nothing to overboil. See, it's boiling good. So really, I'm gonna stop it at about. I'm gonna stop it a minute early. Okay. All right, so I'll see you back here when this is finished boiling, okay? All right, y'all. Potatoes off the oven, and now I'm just gonna kind of run a little water on them just so I can handle them for a second. This needs something cut off of it. Whoa, it's hot. Oh, God, is it hot. Okay, there's one. See, now the reason they cut them up, you can see why. Okay, there's a lot of space in there, but I figured that's what's going to happen when you're trying to keep them whole, you know. I mean, I should have a bunch of small ones. I should have kept a bunch of small ones to fill in, but I didn't. This is my first time really doing this. I'm kind of learning it. See, I don't have nothing small enough to kind of fit in here. Maybe this. No. Won't happen. That one in first, and I can drop this on top. There we go. Now I'm supposed to have a little more headroom than that. We'll see. Looks like I'm only going to get 2 big ones in these. I hear water boiling. Oh, that's in the back here. Okay. The tops for the can. 7 cans loaded up with whole potatoes. And I'm going to use a lot more water than I used before, so I got a half a gallon of water in here. I'm probably going to need more than that, so let me go get a gallon of water, another gallon jug, get that ready. All right, guys. What I'm using here is this is real salt, Redmond real salt, and I'm going to put 1 tablespoon in here. And that helps it preserve it, plus it also helps bring out the flavor. You want salt on your potato, don't you? All right, that's 2 potatoes in there. Potatoes in here. Let's see, now I'm going to have to definitely heat up some more water. Just taking a whole lot more water than when I cut them up. But hey, that's part of the game here. If I want some whole potatoes, this is what it takes. Now, when I do the little small potatoes, I should use less water. Trying my best for you guys to see what I'm doing. I forget that the camera's on. I know I block it sometimes. I don't have anybody running this for me, so it's very hard for me to do it all and to make sure that you're seeing it all. Guys, I got them in here. I got 7 jars. When you use the big ones, this is the 16 quart size. They make them bigger than this. I didn't want to go any bigger because I'm just going to be heating up the middle anyway, more than the ends, you know. And plus, storing it, we're in a very small house, very minimal storage space. So storing it would have been something. So this is the size I picked. I'm okay with it. If I got to do more times, I'm okay with that. Okay, so there it is. I'm getting ready to put the top on it. And now, this thing, the pressure needs to get up to 5 pounds of pressure. And when I get to that 5 pounds of pressure, what we're going to do is let it cook for 40 minutes. Now the way you know about the pressure is this little thing right here on the top. Now I need the little thing that makes the noise. So I have this little dealie here. Now I took this one off because this would bring it up to let's see. This is okay. It don't say on there, but they say you put this one on here. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is that when this gets to the 5 pounds and it's wiggling, I believe this little thing pops up right here and it keeps it steady. Okay? And that means it's under pressure. It's coming out. Some of the pressure's coming out because it's not allowing it to go past the 5 pounds. And I'll cook that for 40 minutes. I'll set my timer for 40 minutes and let it cook. Okay? Alright, so that's what we're going to do. So it's going to get up to that pretty quick because I already have the water nice and hot and ready to boil. And once you close it up like that, it'll probably start boiling in the next minute or two. And then it's going to boil to the point it's going to get up to that pressure that we need. Okay? So that's the scoop on that. And what I'm going to do while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning these potatoes. And I'm going to start getting them stuffed in some cans and getting that ready. So as soon as this is done and I get them out, I can get another set of jars in there. So and get that knocked out for today. So all right, so when I get to I'm gonna go clean those, and when I get to beyond cleaning those and this is ready, we'll get back together. Let's just see what the whole thing was going on. I'm not an expert at this, you guys. This is like actually my second time fooling with the pressure canner. Okay, the first time I did it, I did these up here. I cut the potatoes up. I got 4 jars there, and I got 2 there, so that's 6, and we ate one already. We ate a jar. There's a jar that I guess didn't seal properly, and a lot of the water was going out of it. So it was like, wow. So we went ahead and the glass wasn't broken, nothing. It just didn't seal right. So we went ahead and ate that. It was so good. It really was. All right, guys, just real quick to show you this. You're gonna hear noise in the background. My grandkids are here and all, but I want you to see, I'm waiting on that little thing right there to go down. Because see, while it's up, they still got pressure in there, so it would be dangerous to open it. You could actually burn yourself. Okay, so I'm waiting for that to go down. You could actually burn yourself after it's down because of the heat from it. But this would actually, don't know exactly what it would do because I'm never going to try it, but it's got pressure on it. Now I tried hitting it to make sure it wasn't stuck, and it's not. It's still got pressure. So when that goes down, that's when I can open it. So I got to wait till that goes down. Okay, so that's what I'm waiting on now. When that goes down, we'll get it open and I'll show it to you. I boiled these potatoes. They're ready. I'm gonna start getting them into these jars here and getting those ready to put in here as soon as this is finished. So I'll keep you updated. Okay. All right, guys. I went ahead and I loaded up we only made six jars this time instead of 7. So I got them loaded up. I'm fixing to put the top on it. Right now it's on high, getting ready to boil. And we'll get the next 6 cooked here. There it goes. And look at these; it's still boiling inside the jars. It's still going, still boiling. Alright, when everything's done, I'll update you on that. And we're going to figure out where we got to put them at for the night. So, okay, I'll see you on the update. Alright, guys. Alright, so we got a little pressure going on here now because this popped up. And as soon as that starts jiggling, starts making a little noise because it'll rattle. It's a rattle, that's it. Then I'll set the timer for 40 minutes. Well, this is still going strong here. This one's got a little less water in it. I don't know why that happened. Water was seeping out, but it's sealed. But maybe some water got out. So hopefully that'll still stay good. We'll find out one day when we open it, you know. Okay, the alarm just went off. All right, so now I have to wait, and it could be a while. It took a while before, 30 minutes or so, before that little thing goes down, because that means the pressure will be relieved. If I open that now, that's probably not a good thing. It's under pressure. Wouldn't be good. It would just like if you opened up a. To me, it seems like if it'd be just like if you opened up a radiator cap when your car's hot. That's basically how it would be. The pressure's built up. So we gotta wait. All right, so as soon as that's done, we'll come back on and we'll check it out. Get the cans out, get the jars out, check them out, look at them. And I have to let all that cool down before I can put them away. All right, guys. All right, see you on the update. All right, guys. The little thing went down, okay? I'm gonna take the top off. Let's see. Is there any pressure left? No pressure. That would have pressure coming out. But it is still hot. I'm sure this is gonna be hot. Now this just twists. Come on closer. This twist, there shouldn't be any pressure. There's none. Now this is going to be hot. So they say you lift it up from the back, any steam, see the steam coming out? Let that out back there. Now I'm just going to set, that's some hot water there. I'm just going to set that down right there. And this stuff is still bubbling, you guys. Still bubbling. So I'm going to take them out, put them here on the rest of it right here. Maybe I'll put you on this side, huh? Okay, so the smallmouths are easy to grab with these jaw grabbers, whatever they call them, because it's really made, it seems like to me it's made for those. Now they might have one that's made for a wide mouth. If they do, I don't have it. Okay, I got 4 jaws and only space for 3. This is not good. Okay, let me try to hold this. This is not good. I got to be careful. I dropped one earlier, but it was inside in the container when I dropped it. Thank God. Okay, something's not sounding right to me. Something didn't sound right just now. I don't want to squeeze it too hard because I don't want to start bending the rim. Okay, there we have it. So that's what, 4, 8, 12, 13 jars there, right? I have 4, 5, 6, so that's 19 jars that I have up to date. Now that's without the ones outside, so that's going to be another 6 or 7 jars there. And I'm gonna, all that's gonna be put in the pantry. I've been working on that, so I'm gonna let all this cool down some more. It's got a lot to cool down. Look, this stuff is gonna bubble like that and boil for a while still. Okay, so and the ones in the back that's been out, they still hot. That's good. That's good to see. That's good to know we got that at least right now going into. You know, if we went into something that started tomorrow that was tragic, at least we got that. I mean, if that's all you had to eat, we got enough with all of that. What I got outside to have 1 jar a day for a month. So that's a month's supply if we ate it every day. So. So let's say if we didn't eat this every day, this is going to last longer. Let's say if we ate one every other day, then we've got 2 months supply. Or if we ate one a week, then we're talking about a half a year of supply of this. But that's why you have to have different foods preserved and canned, so everything can stretch out and last, you know, for the longest period of time that you can do with the amount of food you have and the amount of space that you have to grow your food. I'm learning a lot with this, you guys. I'm learning more about what I need to do as far as growing my stuff, how much to grow, what to grow, narrow down, and I kind of did that this year. Narrow down on just a few things like squash and zucchini, and then some tomatoes. My cucumbers didn't do good at all. They're still alive and they're still flowering, but they're small, and I don't know if anything's ever going to happen with them. So I don't know. Maybe I could try germinating some more cucumber seeds and see if maybe something was wrong with the seeds. There were some seeds that I had, I think, that were kind of old. So maybe that's maybe. All right. Okay, guys. There we have that. And we're going to put that away in the pantry tonight. See, I'm going to let all this cool right now so I can empty this and clean this up, put it away. And I'm cleaning out the pantry right now, making room to put this stuff. So, yeah, that's what I'm working on. And so we'll see you on the update, okay? All right. Okay. All right, I'm starting to put them up. I still got 6 of them that I can't put. It's kind of hot to let them air out. This is where they're going in the pantry. See that? So, so far in here I have 4, 8, 12, 13 of them in here right now. So I got 6 more to put in here. And then I still have another batch that I need to you know, can, but that's going to be next week sometime. Okay. All right, so I just wanted to show you that for now. All right, so there you have it. So that's what I got accomplished today. Pressure can potatoes. All right, guys. But that's going to be it for this video. I did my potatoes and I did some herbs. So I just want to say this to you. You know, you might be saying, man, well, I'm not growing anything. How can I preserve food, you know? Well, you know, you can still buy a pressure canner. You can still buy a dehydrator. And you can actually just go to the store. Like, let's say potatoes. Sacks of potatoes are cheap. I mean, buy yourself look, I think we paid, hey, Mandy, how much was that pressure canner at Walmart?
It's like
$99. So it was $100. So if you get you one of those for $100, then you'd have to go buy you some jars. Now, that's going to probably be the most expensive of the whole thing for you after you get your pressure canner, is buying some jars. But man, potatoes are cheap. If you could just go to the store and buy you a couple of sacks of 10-pound bags of potatoes, 3 or 4 or 5 of them, and cut them up, and you can pressure can them yourself and have them store them. You know, you can do that with several things you can start buying, you know. So so if you're not growing food, and now you're watching all these homesteaders, and now you're worried like, how am I going to preserve food? Well, that's how you can do it. You can go buy store-bought stuff, buy it in excess, buy your pressure canner, and can it, and preserve your stuff. So, and there's other things you can do. There's freeze drying, and that's another thing. But you know, with this pressure cannon, if you get this now, your stuff's saved. You don't either use electricity or nothing like that. Even with the freeze dried, you get that now. That stuff lasts 25 years. What I'm doing here might last 5 years. Now, what I just did with the herbs, that's not going to last very long. It'll last some, you know, but not real long. I really don't know how long, because it's my first time doing it. But it's not, you know, pressure canned or nothing. It's just vacuum sealed, and however long that seal will stay, it should stay pretty good till that seal breaks. So so anyway, all right, guys. Successful day for me today doing all this. Plus, I'm learning a lot on preserving my food, because I've never really done that before. So I'm learning, and I'm doing it now. So all right, guys. God bless every one of y'all, and see you guys on the next video. Good night.